Hello everyone and welcome to another video from Carl's Tech Shed. Well, it's been a while since I've done a few teardowns, so this morning I thought I'd pop down to the car boot sale and see what I could pick up. And I was quite surprised to find some rather vintage tech. I'll show you what I've got here. I've got a small paging device which was developed by British Telecom, or BT. This looks like it's sort of mid to late 1980s, so that might be an interesting teardown. I've also got one of these brick mobile phones, but unfortunately it's missing the battery, so I'm not going to be able to power that up unless I can find a power supply which I can then hook up to these two terminals, but I'm not counting on it. But yeah, it's probably going to be some interesting analog devices inside there. I then got this little digital camera here. Now, I only bought this because I remember I had exactly the same digital camera about 15 years ago. It was the first digital camera I bought. It was notoriously difficult to use, and also if you took the batteries out, you'd lose all the photos. So you had to make sure that you kept the battery relatively well charged before you went out taking pictures, otherwise if it ran out you'd lose them all. The reason for that is because the photos were actually held in RAM rather than in a flash memory card, so yeah, it's pretty useless, but I thought it'd be an interesting teardown, so yeah, that could be pretty good. Here I've just got a little Kodak 35mm camera. Now, I originally bought this just for film because it's got a 24 exposure film in here, which I'm going to use in my old Russian camera, so I thought I'd buy it for that, and then it crossed my mind that maybe I should do a teardown on the actual camera as well. It's obviously showing its age because the batteries have leaked and it hasn't even been used, so yeah, it's definitely not going to be usable because of the age, but yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be an interesting teardown. I've then got a little black and white CRT TV. These were quite popular, people who went camping and caravanning and stuff like that. The signal wasn't too bad. I remember having one years ago, and the signal was okay, but it had a tendency to break up if you moved it around, so you had to keep it in one place. It wasn't really good for camping, I guess, because you have to keep it perfectly still, so it's probably some really sensitive tuning stuff in there, or just poorly built. I'm not sure yet, but we'll have a look at that. Also, I got this Bush Internet TV box, which again, it's about 15 years old, because I remember I think these were sold by Argos here in the UK. It was a basic form of the internet. You could send and receive email, you could get news, sports, play a few games, that sort of thing, but it was far from the internet connected TVs that we've got today. And also you had this little keyboard to go with it. It's actually ironic because although this would have been quite expensive when it was new, I think upwards of about £150, it's never actually been used. When I opened the box before I bought it, it's still sealed up in a little cellophane bag and everything, so I can't imagine why someone would spend a lot of money on that and then just not use it. So I can only assume maybe it was a gift, or they had the intention of returning it and never did. So that could be interesting as well. One other thing I've got, which I forgot to put in the pile, is this. It's a little pocket TV. Now, unfortunately, this won't actually work in the UK now, because the analog signal for TV has been switched off, I think 2 or 3 years ago. So unless you've got an AV, you can put something into an AV and put on the top. Apart from that, it's pretty much useless. I've tried tuning it, and it's just completely dead. It's just static. I could probably turn it on now actually, just to show you. But I mean, the contrast ratio on it is pretty good. You can actually see it right, even in bright sunlight, if you just turn the brightness up, so it's quite a good screen. But unfortunately it'll never receive a signal here in the UK ever again, because the signal has been switched off, and occasionally it'll flicker, so it's probably just some interference it's getting from something on that bandwidth. But Certainly there's no TV programs broadcasted on analog here anymore, so again, yeah, I think I'll just do a teardown of that and see what's inside it, see how it compares to the other one I did a few years ago. So yeah, that's just to show you what I've got here, and hopefully later today I'm going to be doing some more teardowns, so have a look and see what you think.